We've got all the time in the world. We don't know when to do what.
I know. Yeah. That's a nice thing about being retired, man. You could just, oh, okay, I can go tomorrow.
I'm excited for when that time comes.
You'll love it. I love it.
How's the weather south?
It's really pretty today. It's a little overcast, but it's really pretty. We're supposed to get rain and snow tonight, but it's nice right now.
It's kind of windy and overcast here.
What is Debbie doing? She's talking, but we can't hear her.
She's helping Sabrina get on.
Can she just talk to Sabrina? So we don't
Yeah.
hear her?
Yeah, she has it muted, so we can't hear her.
Oh,
She's trying to help her get on. Yeah. Oh,
She's having a conspiracy.
you know, Bill,
Look, she looks so serious.
she does that.
how you been, Jen? We haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I can't remember
Who?
what was going on last week.
Well, last week we didn't have it, but the week before you weren't on.
Yeah, I don't remember where I was or what I was doing, but
Well, it's good
Well,
to see.
Well, I'll tell you guys what I was all doing last week.
what?
You know how I'm always boo-hooing because I haven't seen my kids forever. Well, last week was my 60th birthday, and my husband conspired with my parents and my daughters, and 5 of my grandchildren came and both of them spent 3 nights.
Yay!
Oh, hey, hey.
So it was so amazing. And so
I
even
think
if you
that's awesome.
even if you had it, I wouldn't have been here. We had so much fun.
Thank you.
And look who's back. Sabrina's back.
That's
Nice to
great.
meet you.
Thank you.
Sabrina, turn your screen.
Hi.
Hi, Sabrina.
And we have, hi, Joel.
And puppies.
Oh, got a
Thank you.
sweater and everything.
Hi. Hi.
Sabrina, I can't imagine you without a dog.
She doesn't come in a one package. She has to have
Oh,
an
no.
appendage with her.
Yeah, I always have to carry 1 or 2 around. It's good to see you guys again.
Yeah, we've
Good to
missed
see you.
It's been a
Hold,
long
hold
time.
on just a second. Here, I gotta go
Thanks
close the door.
Yeah, I was just gonna give it up.
So did you make your dog's sweater?
No. It's just a little, I could. I know how you make them out of sleep, but it's pretty.
Oh, that's great.
This is Pee Wee and the other one is Wee Wee. Wee Wee sleeping. And you know what? They know the difference.
They know that-
That keep-
That's good.
Does that keep Pee Wee's ears warm?
What? Yeah, because it's raining out.
That's right. Well, we have a full house today. Awesome. Yay.
Good to see everybody.
It is. I agree. Shall we get started?
Yeah,
Okay.
these are good ones, Deb.
Well, all of them are, not all of them. The very first one I want to go over is a new one, but the other 2 are ones we've done before.
Right.
And what I want to try and do, because eventually we will run out of patterns. It might be 10 years from now or whatever, but but the fun part of this is to be able to figure out how to put them together. So that's what I thought is, these are fairly simple. I mean, part of them are because you've done them before. They should be fairly simple, but we'll walk through them, each one of them first. And then whatever time we have left, I'd like you all to just try and do something, put them together somehow. And I'm not going to give you any direction because I want to see what everybody's comes out like. You can use a circle, square, a big picture, a little picture. You can use one of them or 2 of them or 3 of them or something. So let's start with the new one. The new one is called Quib. I thought that's a really weird, it reminded me like of a squid kind of, so maybe that's where that came from. Let me make sure I have the right thing on here. We don't need We do not need a pencil today unless you're going to do something otherwise. So I'm just going to draw this. This starts, so what this is one that can be a long shape, it can be a short skinny shape, but it's going to have two ends. So you want to decide where your two ends are going to be. And I'm just going to draw a straight one here, but when you're doing your own, you can make it any shape you want. And you just do a C shape facing that way, and then go to wherever you want the other side to be and do a C shape coming back that way.
They look like ears.
It's ears, yes. And this is nerves going through somebody's brain. And so you're going to get to see the nerves that go through their Yeah. Okay, then you just start on one of them, and I got to get my pencil working here. Okay. And you can start anywhere in here on one side or the other, but you're just going to draw kind of a squiggly line like this and end up back in the other one. And when you're making this to put in your design, you're going to make the bumps of the squiggles be about the width that you want the finished project to be. So then you're just going to go back and echo that line. Oh. And that takes all the concentration right there. Okay. And then guess what? You're just going to do that over and over again until you have as many as you want, or until you fill up this end. So just go back and forth. I think the one that I sent you has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one that I sent you has 5 on this one. I've done other ones that had a whole lot more, and you could do them with a whole lot less. So depending on the look that you want, you're just going to start adding some more in there and making the swirly part or the bendy part different. But it needs to end up in that one over there again, and then just do an echo on the outside of that. So as soon as we're done with this class today, I'm taking off with the kids and going to Valley of Fire for the weekend.
Oh,
I think that'll be fun.
cool. Is there camping there, or what do you do there?
They are set up to be self-sufficient for like a week. So we're just going to boondock. We're going to find a place by the lake
Oh,
and just
wow.
boondock in their trailer.
Oh, wow.
It's my kind of camping. I love how they do this. It's more like glamping. You have a kitchen and a bathroom and a heater and a soft bed.
How many does it hold, their trailer?
It can hold a lot. We've taken Travis's family and them and us all in it. There's the master bedroom, then they've got 2 bunk beds in the back, and then all the couches make into beds. And then if you really don't mind getting cozy, you can throw air mattresses on the floor. So it'll hold a lot.
Wow, that sounds,
And they have 2 bathrooms. That makes a big difference.
Oh, that does.
what a life. You know, and for the kids, that is so cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're loving it. I can't find where I left my other line at.
No,
So it looks to me like 5 fits in there pretty good for what I do anyway. And then when you get all the lines that you want in there, you're just going to fill in between them with black and fill in the, what isn't, I guess these are kind of like cords of spaghetti noodles or something we just made. So whatever isn't a spaghetti noodle, you're going to fill in the C shape. So it looks like they're going into tunnels of some type or a tube of some sort. And then I just draw another circle around that, the two ends. It just makes it look like it's the rim of a tunnel-y thing. And I can't draw a straight line to save myself today.
Well, you're not supposed to. Wiggle it.
And then if you want to take the time, you can fill in between all of those. And so I'm just going to real quick kind of leave that like that. It's a pretty simple one. You're just going to fill it in with spaghetti noodles. I think that's a good name for it, spaghetti noodles.
I do too.
Yeah. And so the next one that we're going to do is called a cadent, and we've done it before. You might not remember it, but we have done it before. So I'm going to go over it with you really quick. And it starts out with a grid of circles, and it doesn't matter how far apart they are. You want to leave them far enough apart that you can draw these lines in the middle, but you don't need them real close together. Mostly you want to try and have them even. And again, we're not going for perfection here, but the way I like to do it is I like to divide it into 5. So I can do the 2 ends and the middle, and then the middle of that one and the middle of that one. And that's pretty even. So I'm going to do 5 across and 5 down. It's about like right there. And then you can just kind of fill in the middle and keep your grids will be fairly even. And that's even enough for what we're doing. Wind's starting to blow. Are we going to get a storm?
Yep,
Hope so.
rain and snow tonight.
I'm thinking the Valley of Fire sounds like a good place to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where is that, Debbie?
On the way to Las Vegas, you know where the Moapa Indian, it's not really a truck stop, but it's the only gas station in the middle of nowhere around Moapa. You turn on that road and you keep going back past the mountains. It's on the other side of the mountains there. So between Moapa and Vegas on the other side of the mountains.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, I agree.
Don't want to go in July.
No, you don't want to go in July.
It's too hot.
Yeah, that's why it's called Valley of Fire. Well, that's one of the reasons.
So I drew these 2 circles off to the side. This is the shape we're going to join these with, and I'm going to exaggerate it a little bit so you can see, but you wrap your circle around your line around a circle, and go down and wrap it around that circle. So you have an S that's hooking on both circles. And that's how we're going to connect these dots. So you're going to make them in straight lines going down with this S shape, but you hook on the top one and hook on the bottom one. And then you start, that becomes the top, and you hook on the bottom one like this. And you're going to do that to make all these straight up and down lines. Well, not straight, up and down lines. And you'll see if you get to using this more and more, you can exaggerate it more, like I did that top one, and it makes it look even more cool, I think. But to start with, just keep it kind of not as flamboyant, although that's the fun stuff. And this one is used a lot to fill. I think we did one of the Christmas ornaments we filled with this.
Yeah, we did.
So it makes a good background or fill or something. Okay, once you get these up and down lines, you guys can go ahead and turn your paper so it's not as awkward, but then you're going to connect these with horizontal lines. So you're going to go like that. So you'll end up with a whole bunch of wavy boxes, kind of. And you've learned, we've done a lot of filling with different things. And if you needed a fairly neutral background, you could just leave this like we're doing it right here. You could make them smaller if you wanted it, or bigger, and just leave them without anything in the middle. And that would make it a more neutral background if you wanted to use that. We're going to take it a step further, however, today, when we get done here. So I think that looks kind of cool. That reminds me of dragon scales or coats of armor, or not coats of armor, like chain mail or something. It gives that kind of a neat texture. So you can leave it like that, or like we're going to do today, every one of these wavy boxes gets a belly button. And then once you get the belly button, you're going to connect each one of the four corners to that belly button with that same S shape that we've been using. So wrap it around one, go down to the belly button. You can start at the belly button and go down to the other one if you want. And wrap it around each one of these to make it like kind of an envelope looking, or tufted pillow looking or something.
It's very meditative.
Yes, because it's got that swirl in there, so you can pretend you're dancing. So as you're doing this, are your lines getting more curvy or less curvy?
More.
Because you're relaxing a little bit more maybe? Or getting into the swing of things?
This is one of my favorite ones, and my lines are always really curvy. I just think it's fun to just.
To curve.
They do curve.
It's fun to curve.
Oh, somebody else is here. It's Angela. Hi, Angela. I was just thinking we were missing somebody. Angela wasn't here, so I'm glad she's here.
Hello, sorry, I was working.
Oh, I know that work stuff.
Yeah. I'll leave early too. I'm sorry, but I thought I'd come for a few minutes.
Well, we're glad to see you. So
Hi.
what we're just doing is going over the 3 patterns, and we've done 2 of them before. We've done this one before. If you remember, we did this on the ornaments the last time. So I'm just going over so everybody's familiar with the 3 patterns, and then I'm going to challenge each one of you to do your own picture, putting those 3 designs together. So we're on number 2. We did the quib the first time that I think looks like spaghetti noodles. And you guys can see on the paper that I sent you, I went a little crazy. I can't see what I'm showing you, just a second. I was gonna put one design in the background and I didn't stop until it was completely full. But all of these that we do leave you places that you can put other designs in too. So the never ending on the different patterns you can make. You guys comfortable enough with that one? We could go on to the next one, or do you want a few minutes?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good too.
Okay, I'll go ahead and clear this. This next one is one of my favorite ones. It reminds me of like a chain that you would wear around your neck, like a silver chain or something. And it's just challenging enough that I always have to look at the pattern to do it. It's really simple when you break it down, but I always look at that and go, how did I get there? So this is a ribbon tangle, one that you can put in a line flowing around, or Jolene will make hair out of, or whatever. So you can put like 2 lines. Whoa, where did I go? Come back. Let's try again. Okay. You can put your lines down first. This is not part of the pattern. It's just, a lot of times you see it with lines on the outside of it, and that shows you the direction that you want to go, or you can just free form it. So whatever you guys want to do. I'm going to show you off to the side. One of the things that I always find challenging, you're going to do a backwards S shape, which in itself is not challenging, but you're going to be coming off up here and meeting where this line looks like it's going to meet. So you're not going to want to curve your S's very much, because you're going to have to meet another line up front. And if you go like this, you don't leave any space for this line to come over and then try and meet up to that line. it makes it look kind of weird. So you're going to use S's that are almost more open like that, and you can close them up as you need to meet, but you err on that side rather than the really curvy side. And you're just going to start in the middle and do your S's, and you're going to hook the next S through the, get my words right, like that onto the other one. Not, it doesn't touch, and you need to leave space in between there, but they will like hook onto it that way. Okay, and then I start somewhere in the middle, not the end, because I have to figure out what I'm doing next. You've got this hump where you're going uphill and then down. You're going to follow that up the hill and over, and you're going to meet this line across from where the next S is. So see why we had to line that up that way? So you go off the hump, kind of keep that curve going, and meet the next S to line up where the S below it is. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This was the hardest part for me. I don't get it.
I know, it's, yeah, so practice it.
So let's see.
Let's just try, we'll try it off to the side here and do it again. You don't start on an end because it's too confusing. You'll just follow the bottom hump of the S and meet the next S so it lines up this line and this line line up. They're not touching, but they line up. And then on each end, you might add another part of an S so that you know, like right here, what's going to come on next. So now you guys get to flip your paper over and I get to think upside down. And so when you flip your paper over, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go off the hump of the S, down to meet the other S, where that line comes across there. So kind of like fly off of one mountaintop down to the next one. And sometimes you have to do this a few times to visualize what your end result is that you're after. Okay, when you get done, you're going to have these two ends of lines kind of meeting in the middle. And this kind of looks like a funny S shape right here, but it's these two extra lines that we're going to now put another S in and connect those two lines like that. So put an S just between, one will be a little bit further than the other, and you can redraw the lines to meet your S if you need. And then you just kind of fill in what's left over of that little S you just added with like a black triangle kind of to make it look like they're linked together. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we having an issue? Go back to your original S's.
Yeah. It's a little crazy.
This one is a challenging one. And a lot of these challenging ones, I make them look easy because I've done them 50 times so that I can make them look easy. And I've had to go back and look at what am I doing here or why did that work? So don't feel bad if yours aren't, but it's a really cool design if you can get it figured out.
I didn't get how the second time you did S's. If I could show you what.
Okay, yeah, show me what you got. Here, I think I can stop share and come back. So I can see bigger. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of, that's where I got lost. Can you see that?
I can, and I'm trying to follow your.
My life.
Okay, let's just do a scrap part on the side again, because I think that this is one of those that's just going to take practice. So put just like 3 S's like I've got right here. And it looked to me, Sabrina, like you were maybe connecting at the wrong spot. So maybe, let's see, I'm gonna try and do a different color and maybe put some dots we're gonna aim for.
Okay.
See if that will help. Okay, so you're going to, this S right here, this bottom bump is going to be like a hill. You're going to come off the top of that hill and meet this S right here. You're not going to draw these together, but this line and this line are kind of in alignment.
Okay.
And then you're going to take that same bottom of the S, fly across here and end on that. If we had another S, it would be starting right here, so that these 2 points would meet, or when I say meet, they would be across from each other. That point there, this point here. I think that's the hardest part, is visualizing that part.
Okay.
And they are they're going to look kind of funky until you put the whole thing together.
Okay.
So then you flip it over, and I can't flip my computer over, or I would. You're going to have to do the same.
Like upside.
Yes, like upside down. And then you're moving from top to bottom again and doing exactly the same thing that you did. And probably what's confusing to you is me having to do this upside down, because it doesn't.
So I think maybe.
Again, you're starting out on this hump right here, flying over till you'll meet here, which would line up with, and I didn't draw enough of these to do that. This point and this point will look like it's a continuous line. You're going to jump over the space, but they meet up at those points. When you get that, maybe you could hold yours up again, Sabrina, and see. Is everybody kind of at this spot on here having trouble with it?
Okay. I think I finally saw when we flipped it around. I think I saw the other ones. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good.
I think I have it too.
Okay.
But
And
now,
then you
now I got confused again.
So you're going to end up with this shape with 2 things curving in, and I'm just going to put this in pink. You're going to put another S shape like that to connect these 2 in the middle.
Let's see. I don't got this one and this one.
This is challenging is it the left side of your brain that's the mathematical part?
Yeah, my brain's not funny. Yeah, it loved the dancing. My brain loved that dancing.
Your dancing was good. This mathematical stuff is just not.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to take my time and figure this one out. I'm a little
Well,
off.
You've got you've got the directions, you can look on that, but before we run out of time, I'm gonna have you, and I'll see how many of you take up the challenge on putting that one, but I'd like to see how you can figure out, just use your imagination, go wild. Some of the things I've thought about is making a whole circle out of this spaghetti noodle thing and filling it in with Cadent, or make a circle out of this chain link thing. You guys do whatever you want. I'm gonna do something on here. I don't know what, but let's see what we can come up with.
Oh, I think I got the little middle S.
Yay!
You're a step ahead of me. I'm still.
Yeah, well, it's because those little ends that were not hooked together like this.
Uh-huh.
So then you start above this and catch it, and then come down and catch the other one.
Perfect. Yes, that's exactly right. Yep.
Okay, yeah, so
Good
it was
job.
like, that's probably one of my better ones, right there.
Yes. Yes.
Close,
Very
Kurt's
good.
okay.
Good
Yay!
job. Yay!
I'm excited. I won't be able to do it in 15 minutes, but
Yeah. I love it.
Or else you do everything wrong.
And then
And,
just cut off your mistake.
And you do what, Mom?
You do everything wrong and just catch whatever's hanging out there.
Oh, there you go. Make up your own.
Yeah, there are no mistakes, right?
That's right. Yes.
No
Only
mistakes.
new inventions.
Only what?
New inventions.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, if you make it black, really dark in one place, you'll have a new hole that nobody else has ever had.
I love your commentary.
I love it. Okay.
You know, Debbie, she got out of the car to be with us today.
I heard that. We feel very privileged, Mom. Thank you.
What did you say?
We feel privileged that you got out of the car to come be with us today.
Oh,
We enjoy having you, so we miss you when you're not here.
well, until you see what I've done,
It's not about what you've done, it's about the company.
oh, okay. Yes, that's why I get on here, because of the company. Wonderful company, by the way.
I must be hungry. Mine looks like a donut.
Yeah, it's lunchtime there, isn't it? 1 o'clock?
Yeah. What time is it there? It's almost 4, huh?
Yeah.
How's your winter been? Has it been pretty mild, or have you been getting
Oh my-
lots of rain?
Very mild. It's been great.
Oh, nice.
Almost 80 degrees the other
Oh,
day. But
That's
today's
like summertime.
oh, it is. It is, but it's humid. Today's a little cooler.
And where are you?
I'm in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And next week, I think we're gonna be at the beach.
Woo-hoo. Beach
North
do you
Carolina.
go to you?
Well, we've never been to Ocracoke. It's kind of a deserted place, Outer Banks in North Carolina.
Oh, okay, on the Outer Banks.
Yeah, have you been there?
No, I've never been to the Outer Banks.
Yeah, we're gonna try that. Maybe rent a Jeep or something when we get there so we can
Oh,
actually
fun.
go on the beach.
Yeah.
Be careful with your hip.
I know, right? I got the snappy hip.
The snappy
Here
hip.
we go.
The snappy hip syndrome. Yeah.
Is that from dancing too much? Oh, look, somebody's got a lighthouse. Jen, did you draw that?
No, if I can get it in the right spot.
To your, right there, back a
Yes,
little bit,
okay.
back, right there, yeah. Is that from the Outer Banks?
Yeah, that's Ocracoke.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
very cool.
I've been there. It's great.
Oh, you have? Oh, really?
The lighthouse is amazing.
Really? Where
Yes.
did you stay?
Well, we went to go visit some friends. We just went out there for the day.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have a funny story about this lighthouse.
Lighthouse, okay.
So we got off and the road goes around. So we're looking out the window
Uh-huh.
at the lighthouse and we're taking the road and we're going around. And then we come around the other side and we go, where did the lighthouse go? We just saw it.
Oh,
Because we were going around and you're looking out the right-hand side, right-hand side, right-hand side, and all of a sudden it's gone. But if you turn left, there's
you would have
the
seen
light-
it.
Oh,
So that's my lighthouse story.
That's wonderful. That reminds me of the friend and I that flew to Europe overnight. And we looked out there and you could see the moon, the full moon off to the, I think it was on the left-hand side of the plane. And we just watched it all the way as we went across the ocean. And it got light as we were getting ready to land. And we saw that it was the light at the end of the wing the whole time. Was not the moon.
Oh,
That's funny.
you gotta love it. So I'm famous for doing silly things, brain things.
That makes life fun, I think.
It does. So I'll have to tell you
And memorable.
my ham sandwich story.
What's your ham sandwich story?
So I had gone to Starbucks and gotten a ham and cheese sandwich.
Uh-huh.
And I'm standing there with my coffee and my ham and cheese sandwich. And I'd been thinking about doing a recipe that I'd seen on TV with prosciutto.
Uh-huh.
So I've got my coffee, I've got my ham and cheese, and I'm standing there in the deli at Lynn's. And I'm looking at the different prosciuttos and I'm thinking, man, I can almost smell that, those packages of. It took me about that long before I went, okay, it's only because this ham sandwich is about my nose and I'm smelling and it had nothing to do with the
prosciutto,
that I was
yes.
looking at, you know.
Oh.
I went and got my husband from the donut department. I said, okay, hold this ham sandwich and look at that prosciutto. He started to laugh. He goes,
He
I didn't
didn't,
know that.
he didn't get it.
Oh my God.
That's funny. Well, the funny part is a lot of people would just never admit that.
Oh,
And I would totally admit it.
I did something worse. There was a guy that always, whenever he came around me, he stunk. I mean, he really did. He really stunk really bad. Well, it ended up being, and I kind of like, don't you ever take a bath or whatever? Well, it ended up being the lotion that I happened to put on when I was around him.
It wasn't even
I
him.
was, him, so I wanted my hands to be soft, so I'd put it on when he
Oh,
was.
that's so funny.
So it's me that stunk.
Oh.
That's
Gotta love
awesome. I got a good one. I am doing this art challenge, and part of it was mark making. And we went out and found all these wonderful things to make marks with different paint and different things. And I found a feather, and I took one side of the feather and I pulled down the, all the little hairs.
Yeah.
And I dipped it in pink paint and I put it on my paper and I'm painting, and all of a sudden there's blue on my paper with the pink, and I'm like, what? So then I took the other side and I dipped it in kind of a coral orange, and I'm painting and it's green with the orange, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so excited. I was like, this is a magical feather. It must have something on it. So I get on my group and I tell everybody, oh my gosh, guess what just happened? And I'm all excited. And then I come in the house and it's one of those moments that just make you feel like, wow, I've discovered a new thing. And I come in the house and I'm telling Jim about it. And I went, oh my gosh. A couple of days ago, I was using spray paint and I sprayed blue on top of that feather and I forgot. So instead of just letting everyone, because everybody's like, I've got to go find a magical feather. And instead of letting everybody just do that, I confessed.
You fessed up.
Oh. I would have stuck with the magical feather.
Yeah.
I know, that's what my daughter said. You should have just let it be magic. I'm like, I know, but I didn't. Dang it.
It's fun that you believed it for a while, though.
It was really fun and then I felt really stupid, and then I was mad that I remembered. Dang it.
Oh.
I hear. Do you hear that?
What are you hearing?
Pounding?
A heartbeat.
I think what I hear sounds like it's outside of my house, like something, the wind is making something bang. Is that what you're hearing?
Yes, I thought there was construction going on outside.
Oh, that's weird that you can hear that because it's not all that loud. Maybe.
Is it outside your house? Yeah, I hear it.
Maybe. You've got good hearing.
I hear it too.
You both have good hearing.
Yeah, I heard it too. Sounded just like somebody pounding on something.
Oh, that's funny.
It's called selective hearing.
There you go.
I forgot to wear my hearing aids this morning, and I heard all kinds of new things I didn't hear before.
Oh.
Because you didn't have them on?
Yeah, didn't have them on. I heard like things behind me.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That you don't normally hear, huh?
Yeah. I thought that was strange.
Yeah.
That's very strange.
You get to choose what you want to hear, right?
Yeah.
Mm. I wonder if your hearing goes bad, your eyesight gets better?
I don't think so.
I say both of mine are going.
No.
I haven't noticed anything getting better for a while, so.
I know it's like an expiration date, on every body parts. Your knees go out at 62, your knees start at 55.
what do they call it? A bumper to bumper warranty is wearing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to get a new guarantee.
Yes,
It's called heaven.
there you go.
I was gonna say that. Just heaven.
Yep.
But I wondered, because you know, your five senses, when you lose your sight, usually your hearing gets better. I wonder if when your hearing goes out, why doesn't your sight get better? It doesn't make sense.
Because you're older and it's diminished. I think when you're young and that happens, you develop, you know,
Those sen-
yeah, that sense.
Something
but
else to cope, yeah.
I don't think it happens when you get older. I wish it did.
Yeah, because when you get older, you don't care. You don't,
That's for sure.
you don't try as hard. You're like, oh, lost my sight. Oh, well, or lost my hearing.
Maybe it's because we expect it.
And I wonder, that could be too, yeah.
Yes,
We need to stop that, don't we?
Uh-huh.
absolutely. I'm going to. I'm going to believe
Okay.
my.
You let us know how that goes, okay?
Okay, I will. I'll say every day my eyesight is getting better and better and better.
Okay.
Better.
I actually know somebody that actually cured their eyes that way, but I don't know, or God did. They didn't, but I don't know. Do it, Sabrina.
I will. I will.
My dad's eyesight improved with age.
Oh, really?
When he was younger and in the Army, he couldn't get his pilot license because he didn't have 20/20 vision. And then as he got older, his eyes corrected to where he had 20/20 vision when he was like 50.
Wow.
My dad's did after he had his cataracts done. He didn't even have to wear glasses to get his driver's license at 92.
Are you
Wow.
kidding? See, and that's some of it though. When people have their cataracts taken out, they do see better because they put in that fake lens, you know. Don't
No, they don't know. They don't always do that.
But I mean, you because when they take out the cataract, they have to put a lens in so you can see.
But do they put a corrective lens in or just a piece of
No.
glass?
No,
Yeah.
and half the time that lens fails and they have to go laser it out anyway.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
'Cause
Mine
my parents have both had to have that done.
got better when I had my cataract surgery.
My distance did, but well, I have corrective lenses in my eyes though. But my close up sucks. It's way worse than it ever was.
But you can see far away.
Oh
Really?
yeah, I can actually see better without my glasses most of the time unless I'm doing something close up.
Well, see, in that sense, your eyes got better.
Yeah, oh yeah. It just
And-
wasn't what I expected, but you know what? I'm really grateful for the vision I have.
Yeah, and you can
Yes.
see better. I mean, like, because like with the cataract, isn't everything kind of dark on the dark side?
I don't know that I didn't even know I had cataracts. I just had really bad vision, and nobody had ever told me I had cataracts and then I don't know, it was probably about 8 months later I had my surgeries. So I don't know, Sabrina, how long I'd had them and if it just snuck up on me gradually. I have no idea.
hey guys, I just saw the time and I have to leave because they're going to be waiting for me to go on a trip. So anyhow, I'm going to stop sharing and let's take a minute and see what you guys all have. Okay, I'll start at the bottom corner. Angela, did you do anything with us? No? Okay, that was quick. Next time. How about you, Sabrina?
No, I'm
No?
stuck on that left brain.
Okay. Okay, Becky, you're next.
Let's see.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh.
I like that.
figured out.
You got it. You got it figured out.
If I
Awesome.
follow your instructions.
Oh, great. Tara, what did you get done?
Well, I'm not done, but this is the one I put together, but I'm not done.
Oh.
Ooh,
That's
gonna be
cool,
fun.
Tara.
Yeah. Ooh, I like it.
Oh.
I just did I have to finish the Caton things, you know, with the
Right.
background.
Right. Awesome.
Cool.
Cool. How about you, Mom? To
Over
your left.
here.
There you go.
Go
And a little
closer.
closer.
Oh, look at
There,
that.
down. There you go.
Oh, I love that.
I like
Hey, that's
it.
cool. Totally
It
different.
It
We
looks
did
like
a star or something like that.
It does.
I
I
do
like-
it.
Oh, the braid looks
You
really
got
good.
it. You got it. Good.
That's my own though. It's not like anything else anybody else ever did.
Well,
All right, it's awesome.
that's all right. Yes. How about you, Lisa?
I'll just give you an excuse instead of a picture.
Sometimes those are just as interesting.
I mean, I'm drawing something here, but it's too weird to probably show everybody. But anything with S's, I have an S in my name, of course. But when I was a kid, I had the hardest time learning how to make an S, and my stepdad had to, like, oh my gosh, sit me down forever because I somehow made them like backwards, so they were all these weird backwards S's. So now to try to make a backward S,
S
it
is-
just doesn't compute.
It's ingrained in you can't do that. Wow.
So that's
Okay,
my
we'll let you
excuse.
get by. This is like trick or treat. If you don't have a treat, you have a story. So, okay.
teacher's gonna smack you.
Everything I do, I can blame on Bill. Because
There-
it says Bill Wallenfeld on here.
That's okay. There you go.
All his fault.
How about you, Jolene?
Ooh.
Ooh, I like I like that.
Let's see.
Very
I just went
nice.
crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
It looks
Cool.
like lace.
It does look like lace. Yeah.
Kind of like eyelet or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Okay, Jen, what have you got?
Oh, I've got a,
Go closer, Jen.
Get closer, yeah.
And top.
Oh,
Oh,
That,
almost. You know what
that
it
is
reminds me of is
cool.
a jellyfish kind of, the little
Kind of,
things.
yeah.
yeah.
I like it.
That's
Jellyfish
awesome.
or
That's
kelp.
beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And I like how you did it with pencil in between.
Is
Yeah.
that pencil?
The shading in between is, yeah. I
Really?
like that contrast. That's beautiful, Jen.
Yeah, that was fun.
Cool. Well, it's 2:00 and I'm gonna go to the Valley Fire. You
Have
guys
fun.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
bye.
Seeing you all.
Thank
It was
you.
good to see you too.